Hi everyone. Recently I wrote a blog and I just wanted to maybe make some comments about it and what it's all about. Selling your house. In it I talk about some tips and I just want to give you a little bit of background. The first tip I talk about is finding the right agent. If you want to sell your house, it's a big investment that you've made and you want to get the best price, you want to get the right people coming through, you want to get lots of people coming through. And that's mostly done by getting the right agent. I think it's important to pick an agent that is trustworthy, that has a good reputation in Sotogrande, someone that's been around for a while, someone that has seen it all before. And in doing that, you will get, I think, a better listing. You will get a better price for your house because it will be listed in a way which is correct, in a way that it has the right price for the property and therefore will attract people coming through. So knowledge is important, someone that lives in the area, that knows all the streets, that can tell an applicant where the sun comes up and where it sets. And we all have little apps and stuff which helps, but it's very important that people that want sun get the sun and have a south-facing house, and someone that wants morning sun maybe have the house looking towards the east. In Sotogrande, sea views are easterly views because the coast goes north-south. So tip number 2, make sure you're listing at the right time. Sotogrande is a seasonal place, okay? So people come and go during the summer, during the Christmas time, during Easter. So having your house available to be viewed when it's buying time is very important. There's a season, what I call. People come here in July and August and maybe it's the viewing season, but the buying time will be when they come back in September, October, ready to actually spend some money and buy a property. So list at the right time and make sure you're launched at the right time. Your agent will be able to tell you when that is. So tip number 3, photography. People today don't only see the house when they actually walk in. Today it's a digital world and people are seeing 24/7 the properties that they're searching for online, wherever they are in the world. So having the best photography you can will be very, very important. High definition, quality pictures, drones maybe, so you can have some aerial views, particularly if you have a view to something to see, is very important. And also walkthroughs. Good agents will do a walkthrough a house, explaining what it is, a virtual viewing if you want, something which really took off during the pandemic because people couldn't travel, therefore they wanted to see potential properties online and even live walkthroughs as well. So get a good agent to take very good photographs. It's worth spending the money. Get them online, make sure they're high definition, get some video walkthroughs, get some Matterports, make sure you have plans. These are very, very important things to have when you're listing your property. Make sure it is the best you can get. My 4th tip is about surveys. Most likely anyone buying your home will have a survey done. Structural survey, but also the installations. Make sure that the heating is working, that the underfloor heating is running correctly, that the air conditioning is working well, that the windows are closing and opening correctly, that the plumbing is right. It's worthwhile, if you have a big house, to do your own survey. That way you will know what may come up as a problem. You may want to consider fixing it so that you can get your top dollar for your house. Or you may consider just saying you understand it's there and maybe factor it into the price when you're coming to price the property. But be sure that anyone buying a house worthwhile is going to have it surveyed because it's a very, very important step in purchasing a property. Tip number 5, curb appeal. When someone comes up to your house, you want them to say, wow. And you'll get a wow if you've looked after the property and it does have curb appeal. What do I mean? Well, make sure that the outdoor area is properly gardened, that you have lawns are cut, that the beds are clean, that the flowers are, if there's a flowering time in spring, that the flowers are out and all that. Make sure that the windows are clean, make sure that as you approach the property, it's as best as it can be. When you've lived in your home for a while, you've accumulated stuff, okay? And it's that stuff that sometimes gets in the way of someone viewing the property correctly. So my tip here is about decluttering. declutter as much as you can. Make sure everything is tidy. Make sure that even some family photographs that you may have are taken away, because sometimes it's distraction. So declutter, make sure everything is tidy, and when you think you've done it, try again, declutter again. It's very important that the house is presented in the best possible way, and taking away things that will take the eye away from what you really want to sell, which is the bricks and mortar. Do that if you can. Tip number 7 is about staging your home. By staging your home, I don't mean putting in new furniture. But staging your home is that when you know someone's coming, make it look its best. Make sure that all the beds are made, make sure that the kitchen is clean, make sure that you have maybe a baking smell coming through. Maybe even lay the table as if you had a dinner party that evening with your best cutlery and crockery out. That will really help in presenting the house. Lights, windows open, curtains drawn, all that helps and presents the house in a better way. That's what I mean by staging your house. My last tip is about being ready to show. Very often I get a call and it's 10 in the morning and someone says, look, I'm here with visiting and I really would like to see this particular house. I only have time today and could I see it as soon as possible? If I make a phone call and I can get access to the house, then the house will be shown as it is. Therefore, the tip is try and keep your house ready to show most of the time. I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Charlie Govins, and I would invite anyone who wants to ask me questions about real estate here in Sotogrande to do so. You can get me by email, you can get me by telephone, you can get me by WhatsApp, whatever you want. I really would be very interested in hearing your views, and any questions you may have, I'm very happy to answer them.